H Creates, back working on my Chinese cabinet. Finally, I'm going to get some Fusion Fort York Red going onto that, so just giving it a bit of a stir as I prep for it. Earlier today I got the tape over the drawer handles rather, so that will give them a bit of protection as I'm painting, and just save me cleaning up and that. What I did do is I put a layer of the Fusion Ultra Grip on, the bonding agent. I was just a bit worried about how it would adhere to the wood, the paint, because I had a little bit of issues with the black, so I just thought I would get the bonding on, just to give me an extra element of allowing it to stick. And I thought I would just do a quick live video as I'm trying to paint. Now this is going to take a few coats, I get that, and I can see the red looks like it's probably got a translucency to it. So you can see that as it's going on, how it's quite like see-through almost. So it doesn't have, it's got like probably a clear sort of type of base to it. Now as I'm going here, where I've got my black, I'm actually just going to get a dryish brush and just blend that up just a little bit. And then I've got a cloth on the side. So this for now is just me getting some red onto here, just to get a feel for what's happening. And the blending I do kind of want to do, after all my tape I still managed to get on. So note to self, pull the drawer out when you want to do that. I probably don't need the drawers in right now anyway, because I am going to end up doing a bit of blending. Sorry, I've got too much paint on my brush. I'm going to do a bit of blending on the drawers from that red into the black. So this is just to get that first nice coat on the drawer. And I'm going to just get the sides of this and the sides there. You can see when I've painted sort of the detail that's gone into making these drawers and making these elements, because they've got quite a lot of detail. You know, the way that the Chinese cabinet's actually been made. So I'm going to just go like that, because I just want to, I think this probably isn't going to work as well, and I'll probably end up having to distress this a little bit, because the drawers do kind of sit on this frame here, so it's probably going to do a fair bit of scratching, you know, as the drawers go in and out. But I think if I get that on and then just distress it a bit, it will you know, can make it work without too much of an issue. So I'm actually going to just come on top, because I've got some paint on and the top part is actually where I need it to be smoother. So I'm going to come working on here, just trying to go in the direction of my wood. I've got quite a few little sort of knots and dents and dings in the wood, so I'm just going to get the paint into all of those as well, just to give it a full coverage. But I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful when this has got probably going to end up being 2 coats of red, probably 3. Hopefully I have enough to get the 3 coats on. But yeah, it's quite nice that I've never used this before, this Ultra Grip, and it's kind of given a little bit of a, I guess, a rough feel, which I guess is what it's supposed to do, because it's, you would use it on, like if you were using it on laminate, or sorry, melamine, you know, that kind of IKEA furniture, or if you wanted to do it on tiles, because that was my plan. I actually got it to do some tiles, which I haven't actually done anything with yet. So that was the plan for it, but that's okay. That's why you buy these products, so that you can, I'm just going to grab my water spray, so that you can use them across different projects. You don't necessarily want to spend money on something if it's not going to get you through multiple things. Yeah, so it's given a nice kind of grip, definitely, to this. Yeah, I'll just get some coats on. I'm actually excited to get a second coat going. I can see this is actually looking really nice. Come around back to the front. It's a funny one to work on because you sort of talk about going in one direction, but then you also talk about going with the grain. So this one's got the sides this way, which are the way the wood's been done. So it's kind of my grain is going a bit different on the different edges. So I'm just sort of going back and forth now, just to even out my brush strokes while the paint's still wet. I don't want to overwork it. It is the first layer, so I can also always come back and do any touch-ups where I feel necessary. Now I also want to make sure when I'm in all these little grooves that I'm trying to paint in, that I don't have too much paint pooling, because you don't want to have too big a clump of paint in there and then it just doesn't dry, because that's not going to work very well either. But I'm back to using my Klingon brush for this. Where I just do a bit of a comparison on a couple of layers to see the Klingon versus the sleek. But also just bought a second dry brush out just to try and work when I was doing the blending. So you just need to have, if you're going to do any blending, you're going to go through a few more brushes, because for every color you want a brush, and then you probably want 1 or 2 brushes to blend between. So you might have, like this is going to be a black to red, so I might get to the point where I've got too much red on the brush that I'm dry brushing with, so then I need to change over to my black one with a bit more black on. And then you just need to make sure you've got your cloths with you as well. So I'm not doing any of that mixing here at the moment, but yeah, I just brought it out, and you can see actually how this is already dried because I had that big clump. So probably don't show this to any fusion specialist. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have done that, but I don't know if you even saw what that looked like. I just pretty much put my paint on and it had dried because I put quite a thick amount, and it had left a bit of a sort of a mark as I kind of spread it. So I just added a bit of water because it's not fully cured and fully dry yet, and then I've just rubbed that off. So like if your paint, if you've got it in the wrong spot and you get it off while it's still wet, as much as the fusion is going to stick, you do have a little bit of time to wipe some edges and some, you know, some bits that you maybe didn't want to paint that you've managed to somehow get painted. Yeah, I'm just going carefully. The other thing I'll probably do later on the next coat, because this is the first one, I'm not too fussed, but I'll probably get myself a slim, like a nice skinny brush just to do these, because the handles kind of leave me a little bit of a lip at the top, and they've got this funny kind of like a heart shape in the corner. They're a little bit harder to get at and to tape around. But I'm also going to do something in gold. I haven't quite worked out which product I want to use yet. I don't work out what I'm putting this. I'm quite keen to try rub and buff, but there's also another product that my local supplier Joanna's mentioned that I might go and check out and try as well. Just I haven't bought one yet, so I'm figuring figuring out my time and when I will have the time to go and look at the product, and yeah, just see how we can get the handles coming up nice and red, really. So yeah, I'll probably leave you here as I'm just doing the same, and I'll come back to you and give you a quick check in once I've done the whole thing, and just take you around it and show you what it looks like. Catch you later. Alright, I'm going to quickly take you around what it's now looking like. So that's just with the first coat, and no real blending from the red into the black at the bottom. I did get a second coat onto the top, so I'm really liking the look of this color. So yeah, very happy with that.